Devon Larratt reviews Brian Shaw's arm wrestling mock match. I think Eddie is completely officially foo ****ed. Devon Larratt plans to help Brian Shaw obliterate Eddie Hall in the upcoming supermatch. Anyone who is a fan of either strongman or arm wrestling is aware of Brian Shaw's presence, especially ahead of his highly anticipated supermatch against Eddie Hall. Brian prides himself on being highly competitive, which is why he is doing whatever it takes in training to get the upper hand. In turn, he recently had a mock supermatch against an elite arm wrestler. This did not go unnoticed by the community, as even the legend of arm wrestling, Devon Larratt, had a few opinions to share. Brian Shaw has been into arm wrestling for some time now and has recently come to the conclusion that he is ready to make his debut in the sport. Well, Eddie Hall turned out to be his optimal opponent, as he is a close match to Brian in size and strength. So, the two former World's Strongest Man champions will battle it out as a part of the King of the Table 13, which will take place on December 14 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Devon Larratt's review of Brian Shaw's arm wrestling mock match. Brian Shaw had a mock match during his training session against Chris "the Juggernaut" Kaufman, who was a U.S. national champion in 2013. He then shared the footage on YouTube for everyone to see. Well, it caught the eye of Devon Larratt, who is arguably the greatest and most iconic arm wrestler ever. So, the Canadian arm wrestler decided to make a YouTube video of his own, where he and his son, Auden Larratt, commented on Brian Shaw's overall performance. Devon Larratt first revealed that he plans on visiting Brian Shaw for a few days, where he and his son will do their best to coach Brian to become even better than he was. However, he believes that Brian doesn't need any special training to beat Eddie Hall, as his current shape is more than enough. We are going down next week to train Brian Shaw. Well, I don't want to say train Brian Shaw because, the truth is, he needs no training whatsoever, said Devon Larratt. Moving on to the mock match topic, Devon Larratt revealed that Brian Shaw's performance was very impressive. Devon and Auden Larratt also pointed out that they are fond of both Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall, but that they firmly believe that the former strongman from the US will easily take the win in the arm wrestling supermatch. If you haven't watched the mock match, it is super impressive. It was nice to see, because you could see him learning. He is at a level that is ridiculous. I can see that he is at a ridiculous level. I think Eddie Hall is completely officially foo *****ed. The threat of Brian Shaw is completely legitimate, and it is becoming more legitimate with every day that passes. To watch him going against his corner, he naturally is doing better work than what his cornermen are telling him. It is perfect. That is why I say he is going to hurt people. He is not just going to hurt people, he will hurt high-level pros. Devon Larratt then revealed what he and his son have planned for Brian Shaw. Most notably, they want to make Brian abandon some bad habits and get accommodated with the straps. However, they also noted that his strength and power are definitely his greatest assets, which will lead him to victory even against some high-level professional arm wrestlers. I want to make him even more comfortable. The first thing, we talk a lot about the straps, make sure that he is comfortable just to get that hook mindset completely out of his head. Make no mistake, he is going to win at the highest level with his hand. I will encourage him, not to just work his reg rips, but I will show him how to be in a paused position. Lastly, Devon Larratt sent a message to Brian Shaw's opponent, Eddie Hall. Although he has nothing but good experiences with Eddie, Devon wants to make Brian Shaw humiliate his rival. Buddy, Eddie Hall, I'm sorry, you are a good guy. But we are going to train Brian, not just to beat you, but to absolutely humiliate you. What we want to do is get Brian so comfortable that he is able to stop the match, hold the match, pose, speak to you, and do everything he wants with you.